name is Umberto Mucci. This is We the ItaliaNews, a podcast regarding Italy during coronavirus times. Today is Friday, October 9. As expected, the virus is accelerating again everywhere in the world. Yesterday was the day with the highest number of new positives since the beginning of the pandemic on 5 continents. Even in Italy, things are getting worse, although less than in the rest of Europe. In France, where hospitals are almost collapsing again and there is public talk of the possibility of a new total lockdown, they now travel every day at the rate of almost 20,000 new positives and 3 times as many Italian deaths. And the UK has similar numbers. Spain is in chaos between the judiciary has rejected the lockdown imposed by the government on the metropolitan area of the capital, Madrid, the city where they have 700 contagions every 100,000 inhabitants, while in the rest of Spain there are 257, and we in Italy, compared to 700 contagions every 100,000 inhabitants, we in Italy have about 30. In this moment, in Spain, die every day for coronavirus, about 5 times the number of people dying in Italy. In the Netherlands, the infections are growing by 50% per day. Every day, 50% more than the day before. From today, those who enter Italy from Belgium, France, the Netherlands, the UK, the Czech Republic and Spain have to be swabbed. In Italy, where a survey yesterday showed that 57% of respondents said they fear a new lockdown, yesterday there were almost 4,500 new positives. To return to a similar number, it is necessary to go back to the bulletin of April 11. It was the day of the distressing photo of Pope Francis praying alone in a deserted St. Peter's Square. Maybe you remember it. But then, the Italian dead were 619 against 22 yesterday. The active cases then were almost double than today, and the hospitalized in intensive care were 10 times the number of today, when we have a rate of bed occupancy of about 4% nationwide, although with different situations from region to region. We have no region with zero infection, and Campania is where the situation is more worrying. It's the region with the highest number of new positives, and in the cities of Caserta and Salerno, there are COVID hospitals founded in spring, but still closed. The Italian government is thinking, but there are still no decisions, on the possibility of intervening in 3 directions: the closure of bars and restaurants after 10 p.m. to avoid having too many people indoors now the temperatures are dropping, the closures of gyms and swimming pools and other places where you do sport indoors, of course without wearing a mask, and an intervention on public transportation that in large cities are too few and too crowded. More than 7 million people in Italy have now downloaded the EMUNI app since it was launched in June. The government says more people need to use EMUNI if the country is to avoid a second wave of contagion and the increased restrictions that would come with it. On Monday, the government launched an awareness campaign aimed at encouraging people to use the app. Unfortunately, more than an information campaign, it is an advertising campaign because it doesn't really explain what's going on. The problem is not the app, which on the contrary is very well made. It uses Bluetooth technology and respects the privacy of citizens. My family and I have it on our cell phones since day one. The problem is what happens after you install it if the app tells you that you have been close to someone who tested positive. In this case, it is the citizen who chooses to communicate it or not to the health authorities. The app does not warn them in automatic. This is not the problem either. The problem is that if you have no symptoms, after notifying the health authorities, no one will come and swab you, but you have to stay 14 days in quarantine without knowing if you are positive or not, just because you have been a few meters away with someone who tested positive. Maybe you were outdoors wearing a mask, turning each other back, but that's enough, and instead of sending someone to do the swab, the system forces you to stay 14 days in quarantine even if you don't have any symptoms. And there are not many people who can afford it. At work, you are forced to ask for days off that maybe you wanted to spend on vacation in other ways and at other times of the year. You have to stay separated from your family at home, and you can go out or be of help. The result is that many people, when they are notified that they have been close to someone who they then turned out to be positive, do not notify the authorities, and therefore the whole process becomes useless. The solution would be to swab everyone who notifies that they have received the notification from the app, but this does not happen. There's not enough swabs, and the system would not be equipped to perform such a large number of swabs anyway. And for this, some are even uninstalling the app. This is a failure, and we risk to pay that big time. Now, there won't be a video next Monday, because next Monday is October 12th, Columbus Day. We will broadcast our online Columbus Day, the first online Columbus Day ever, between Italy and the United States, and the We the ItaliaNews will come back on Wednesday, October 14. So please connect with Facebook and YouTube, our channels. You will find the links in the details of this video. At 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, October 12, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and noon Pacific Time Zone. If you're in Italy, it's 9 p.m. And please come back, please connect with us. There will be a documentary, there will be almost 50 wonderful Italian-American leaders wishing Happy Columbus Day. There will be 2 Italian members of the parliament wishing Happy Columbus Day. So I'll wait for you on Monday, October 12, on YouTube or on Facebook Live. I'll see you on Monday, October 12 for Columbus Day, on Wednesday, October 14 for We the ItaliaNews. I'm Umberto Mucci. Please take care and stay safe. Ciao from Rome.